What's up? What's up? It's Coach Giani. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're having an amazing morning, full of hope, full of vision. Okay. Yesterday and the day before, we covered a lot about how the greatest visualize. Okay, visualize before bringing it into reality. Okay. Today is about consistency. Consistency is one of the traits of the greatest. Okay, so I want you to analyze about how consistent are you when you actually start something. Okay, how consistent are you? How persistent? Okay, that's one of the things that I do very well. I'm very persistent and stubborn when I want something. Okay, and this has to be your characteristic if you want to make money in whatever anything that you are doing. It doesn't matter if it's online, doesn't matter if it's sports. I remember, guys, I used to be and I lost this. You can lose this too, guys. You can. I'm telling you, you can lose this. Let me move this a little bit here. I used to play competitive soccer in Peru, okay, and I was not very good. To the point that my dad had to go talk to the coach so I could play, okay, and the coach will say, nah, he's not good. He's not good. And then my friends will make fun of me, but I will be so persistent, and I will find a way, to train more or to get the attention of the coach or whatever. To the point, guys, that I went from nobody wanted me in the team to play for the national team in Peru, under 20 national team. And to be honest, guys, I couldn't even shoot with my left foot, and I couldn't even do headers, and I was a forward, okay? But everything was mostly out of being so persistent, so obsessed with wanting to win, okay? I just wanted to win. I didn't want to be good. I wanted to be the best, the greatest, and everyone was more talented, because in South America, players are very talented. But I was not talented. But I have one thing that I will do very well, and I memorized one move, okay, which it was called the Garrincha move, okay. Go look up Garrincha, one of the famous soccer players from Brazil from the 70s, and he had a move, the Garrincha move, and I memorized that move, and that move made me score most of my goals, and that move made me play professional soccer at 17 years old. And then all of a sudden, that's what I believe so much about. Failure could lead you to something greater, okay? So what happens is, my dream was to become a professional soccer player. My dream was not to become an internet millionaire, okay? Trust me, I wanted to be a soccer millionaire. That was my dream. That's all I care about, okay? So I was playing for, it was my time to go play in the big leagues, okay, and with the big boys. My dream was going to happen, and I broke my ankle. And I will not recover the special thing that I had, which was the Garrincha move. I could not do it very well. I lost my speed, my quick speed, okay, and I couldn't recover. Back then we didn't have the places like here for when you want to recover from an injury. And then, this is very important. I want you to hear to this, okay? Then I heard that they were giving scholarships in United States, okay? I didn't know English, guys. I didn't know English, guys. Okay? No English. No entiendo inglés. And they were giving scholarships. And I said, I'm going to go play to United States without English. Wouldn't that be automatically in your mind impossible? I said I'm going to go play to United States because in Peru they don't have money. You know, I cannot fulfill my dream that I want. They don't want to pay me. I'm broke. So I'm going to go study to United States. And then I was so obsessed with this thought while I was walking for 2 hours to get food at my grandma's house. I would visualize me going to United States and play college ball and be a full scholarship. Because for me, freedom was go to United States, get an education, and get food and room for free, because I didn't even have food. So that was my dream. And also maybe meet some beautiful blonde señoritas, you know, in the United States, right? So I go to a party, and this guy who was playing tennis in a scholarship said, hey, I have a friend who knows this coach in his university that is looking for national team players. And I said, that's me. And I automatically took action. I created my resume. I got the tape from the national team when I scored the goal in national television. And I was, honestly guys, I was lucky. I just had a good game. And that game, I showed it to the coach. And then my picture from all my teams. And he gave me the scholarship. Full scholarship, $120,000 scholarship. He gave me the scholarship. I didn't know English. Now, he said, okay, now you have to pass the SAT. What the fuck is that? I didn't even pass high school in Spanish. Now I have to pass the SAT. So most people will be like, that's impossible. That's impossible. And I said, I'm going to pass the SAT. I'm going to learn English while I'm learning the SAT. So I go, and then my grandma had this ticket when she goes, because she was going to Miami with my tia that had money, and one day the airplane was late, and then she had this extra ticket, so she gave me the ticket. So I went to Miami for 3 months, to Miami to learn English. Miami, everybody speaks Spanish. So I bought the SAT book, and I got a dictionary, and I started learning the SAT. So this is something that I also helped me in soccer. I said, don't play with your weaknesses. Play with your strengths. What are you good at? Okay, what are you good at? In my case, I was good at math. I could put something, like math was not too hard for me. I was not the greatest, but math was the best. So I said, I'm going to focus on every math problem in the test, okay? And I'm going to understand what it means, the question. So I memorized every math question. Okay? And I don't have a great memory. Trust me, I don't have a great memory, okay? I'm okay. So I went to the test, I closed my eyes, and I say, God, if you want me to go to United States, I'm all yours. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I was just marking, whatever. I was doing the alphabet. Okay? And I passed the test, guys. I passed the test. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me if I knew someone, because I didn't know anyone. And I passed the SAT test. And I was granted the scholarship in United States. Okay? Because I did not set limitations. Again, limitations in my brain. There's no limitations. I believe there are miracles if it's meant to be, so I go after the miracle. Okay? Like the same way, I believe if someone was a millionaire, I could be a millionaire if it was meant to be. So I went 100%, believing that it was going to happen, or I was going to figure out the way. Okay? So I go to college, and then obviously the first 2 semesters I got the worst grades ever because I didn't even understand English. Okay? So what are my strengths? I'm very charming, and I was not fat. So, ladies, do my homework, and I entertain you. So, they were helping me, they were tutoring me, and I was helping them in Spanish and making them laugh. So I passed college. I don't know how, don't ask me how, because I never really fully understood most of the classes until my 5th semester. And after that, guys, you know, I went to corporate America, and the job was just managerial job. I was the secretary of this guy in a soccer office. And then I saw an opportunity, and the opportunity was, I want to you see how Bill Gates says, hire the lazy people. And you know why he says that? Because they will find a way. They will find a way to get shortcuts. And with those shortcuts, we can create software out of those shortcuts. So my job was to receive faxes from this soccer association and type them. And I say, fuck that shit. I didn't go to college 4 years, man. I come from a private college, and I'm gonna be typing a fax? Fuck that shit, man. I'm better than that. So I said, I went to Barnes and Nobles, and I bought a book for Dreamweaver. So I started teaching myself Dreamweaver. So I said, I'm going to create a form on the website of this soccer association, so the parents go, fill out the form, and then now I don't have to type. I can copy and paste. Okay, so I got one shortcut there. The second shortcut was, fuck this shit. I don't wanna copy and paste. That's boring, you know. Now I went to another training for Dreamweaver, more advanced for databases, and I taught how to put that form into an Excel database. No, Access database at that time. Access is the database from Office. And then I was creating reports. And then little by little, I was shortcutting one step. So then I went to the guy who was paying me $9 an hour. I said, hey bro, look what I built for you. Now you have a whole full application. I never had any programming class, guys. I just find a fucking way. I just find a way, okay? There's no limitations. So I became a programmer. This guy doesn't speak English very well. Now he's a programmer. And at that time, the internet was so hot. So whoever knew the internet was hot. So the guy took me, okay? The guy took me from giving me $9, and he gave me a raise, $15. I was like, holy shit, I'm balling, man, $15. Now I can afford an apartment because I was just married. And we had Riley, the baby. So $15 an hour, man. I was balling. I thought I was like a super shot, you know, the big shot. And then because of that skill set, listen, the skill set of the internet, when I found out that people were making money online, and I was building websites, I was doing these e-commerce sites for them since 2001. I was making people rich, but I didn't know how to do it myself. Because of that skill set, so everything was meant to be, okay? Like Steve Jobs says, you cannot put the dots forward. You can only put the dots backwards, okay? So when I saw that people were making millions online, that Dreamweaver skill helped me put some pages faster than most people up, okay? But still, anyone can learn it, okay? I'm just telling you. And again, you already see, I already gave you a whole full lesson of how consistent and persistent and a believer I am that is going to work out. And if it's meant to be, it's going to happen for you, but you have to start believing that you will be the next miracle. Okay? You have to believe that it will be granted to you. But again, no miracle will happen sitting on your couch eating chips and not getting obsessed with your plan. I get obsessed with my plan so hard to the point that my wife gets mad at me and said, snap out. Snap out. You don't even talk to me. I said, baby, yes, I'm talking to you. No, you are not. I said, baby, yes, I'm thinking about you. No, you are not. I said, sorry, baby, I just want to make another million. You know, I get obsessed like that. Okay? And you have to be obsessed and believe. Because when you get obsessed into this idea, the universe start bringing those people into your life. You have to believe. You have to believe that the person will show you that it will happen. Okay? You have to believe it will happen. Anyways, guys, I have to go. I have a meeting. But I hope you found this lesson something that you will apply in your life today. Okay? Love you guys. Rewatch this video 20 times because it will help you with what you're doing right now and keep you encouraged. Love you guys. Bye-bye.